Thank you. First and foremost, I thought the players played extremely hard. I thought they fought. I'm proud of them. They did not quit. And I told you guys before, they do not have quit in their DNA. Um, obviously, we're not here for moral victories. We came up short, and we came here to win. So we've got to continue to work to get better. But all in overall, this group of men in there, I just had a chance to talk with. I told them I respect them. I respect them for the way that they've handled change over this past week. I respect them how resilient that they've been over this past week. I respect how they've responded and they've taken ownership of this team. I'm extremely proud of them, but I know they're hurting. Our staff's hurting. I'm hurting. We came here to win, and we fell short. The Gators expect a winner. So we've got to get ready to get back to work. We've got 4 more games ready to roll, and we can win. But we've got to continue to get better in all facets of the game. So, open it up for questions if you guys have some.
Fire away, guys. The short yardage, 4th and 1.
Yep.
Obviously, you went up the gun on the play. Or any second thoughts about doing that, or did you just feel like the way you guys run the football, that was kind of the way to go?
No second thoughts. I think we'll take a look on film and see what happened. I haven't had a chance to look at or review it yet, but obviously critical play for us. But never going to second guess it. And our guys, we had to go for it. We had to go for it. If you kick a field goal, you're still down. If they go down a score, you're still down a point. So we'll take a look and see where we went wrong, but no second guessing as far as what the play was called. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at him. He was 15 of 24 today, 166 yards. They did a pretty good job on defense. I mean, they do a good job. They threw some pressures. They played some too high. They played some one high man coverage, zone coverage behind it. They do a good job. So obviously, DJ put us in a great position to be in the game at the end of the game right now. So it was a close game. Like I said, we didn't have the outcome that we wanted, but we would have never been in the situation if we didn't have DJ playing the way that he played. I thought he did some really good things. He had a career long, in a run. He showed that I'm not afraid to run the ball, and he's a willing runner. So absolutely. We talked this week earlier this week up in Gainesville just about the way that he's worked over the last couple of weeks, and he's going to be rewarded based on how hard you work. A couple of weeks ago, he wasn't as active as far as being able to get the ball, but he busted his butt in the blocking game, and obviously with a couple of playmakers down, we had Aiden down, we had VB down, and Dallas was down here in the middle of the game. So he stepped up. I'm looking at some of the numbers he had. He had 9 catches for 121 yards, and he did a great job. He's got big play making ability. So it was something that we kind of saw throughout practice. He did a great job in practice. Everything that he did today, he made in practice, and that's kind of the expectation, to be able to make the plays that you're doing consistently in practice. I think this team, again, they have no quit. They're a gritty team. And again, like I said, I'm just super proud of how they've bonded together. I just got done talking to them extremely hard. And they want to win. This team is not here to play. They want to win. I'm proud of them. But again, like I said, we got to go back to work as a staff to be able to put them in a better position so we can be successful and walk out of here a winner. I was looking at some of the stats. They did a really good job controlling the ball in the first half. And I'm just looking at the first 3, or 3 of them from the first half. They did a great job controlling the ball and keeping the ball. But our defense did a great job. Our defense didn't break. So we ended up getting the ball on minus 11, minus 9, minus 11, putting our backs up against the wall. Okay, you can look at it as a negative, you can look at it as a positive. I look at it as both. You know, we got the ball deep against with our backs against the wall, but our defense did a great job in keeping them out of the end zone. So we've got to be able to, we've got to be better than that, and make sure that we're better than 2 and 11 on third down. So, but I do think that they came back. Our players came back. We made some adjustments from the first half to second half at halftime. Coach Callaway, Coach O'Hara, and the offensive staff got together, and I think the first, if I'm correct, the first drive we were 3 and out, which is not what we want to be. But the second drive, I think, was a 15-play drive when we went down and scored. So, again. Hats off to our players for not giving in, not fight, not stop fighting. I love them, and we're here for them, for our players. But we've got to continue to grind and put them in the position where they can be successful. You know, he's a good football player. You know, he's a good football player coming into the game. He had a good game today, but again, our defense played really good. I thought they did some. They moved around. They challenged him a little bit, got an interception. So I'm excited about the way that the guys played. But again, like I said, most importantly, I am proud of this team, the way that they've responded and changed. Okay, it's not easy. And I'm just super proud of this team, the way that they've responded. They're resilient, and they're not going to quit. They're not going to quit. And we're going to get ready. We're going to get back to work. We're going to get on the bus. We're going to go back to Gainesville, start working again tomorrow, and get ready for the next week.
Sturdivant slips behind the defense, and it looks like the ball slightly overthrown there and stuff. But it almost comes up with a great catch. How tough is that to kind of stomach there?
It's hard. You take a look at we're going to go back and watch film, and there's probably going to be more than one of those type of plays. But yeah, it's one of those things. You know, it just didn't work the way that we wanted it to work today. We've got to continue, like I said, as a staff. We got to continue to grind. We got to continue to work. We got to put our players in the best possible position. Because again, these guys, I keep giving praise to them. They have not quit, and there is no quit in them. So if they're going to fight for us, we got to continue to fight. If we play like this, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay in the next 4 games, but we've got to continue it, and we got to keep pressing. We got to keep getting better. The seniors got to continue to lead. Young guys got to continue to get better, and we got to just keep fighting. No.
What can you say about just Trey Smack and what the opportunities he gives you? I mean, 54-yarder.
No, he's a weapon. He's absolutely a weapon. As soon as you get over on plus side, and you can, Coach Houston, he's usually in my ear talking and letting us know where we're at, where the kick line is, and he's anytime you got a guy that can put the ball in and get points from distance, it gives you a little security blanket. So absolutely, but you know, at the end of the day, as an offense, we want to do a good job. We want to create big plays create into points, and I think we did a better job. I think at some points with penalties, but we still had 5 of them. So we've got to eliminate that process. Time of possession was kind of flipped. You know, first half they did an incredible job. They kept the ball away from us, and we didn't keep the ball in our hands. In the second half, we came back. We put some drives together, and it's pretty close, 27-32. I'm looking at some of the stats, but again, we've got to bounce back. We've got to keep our players together. And again, that's my whole mission, is to keep these players together, keep fighting, and keep them together as a family. And again, I just thank them for that. And then so we'll find out a little bit more. You know, obviously he was injured, so I'll find out. I haven't even talked to him or the training staff right now. So we'll go back and visit with him.
Operation tempo, how do you think that went with all the changes that
You know, I think the ball. I think we moved the ball the way that we needed to as far as getting aligned and can you be faster? You can always be faster, but at the same time, there's going to be certain looks where you want to shift to try to get the defense in the proper look. So we're going to motion at times where we need to motion to try to create picks, and I shouldn't say picks, but trying to create those natural rubs and again to try to put in our players in an advantageous situation based on run plays.
Really given the context of everything, the past week, the changes, top 5 team, rivalry, all that, just, I know it's a loss, but what kind of challenge was today, and for them to have a lead in the fourth quarter? Like, I know you don't want moral victories, but what kind of a challenge was today?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was. If you take a look from the standpoint of what happened and what could have happened, yeah, it's great. But at the end of the day, we did not win, and that's all that matters. Okay, so our players played hard. They fought, and they know this. There are no moral victories. You either win or you lose. But I told them that they're going to have challenges in life. They're going to be dads. They're going to be fathers. They're going to be husbands someday. There's going to be challenges in life that are going to affect them, and how you respond is the most important piece of it. How you handle adversity, how you control your emotion. Nobody controls your emotion. You might not always control the situation that you're in, but you can control your emotion and how you respond. And I just got talking to a young man in there, a freshman, and told him how important that was, and continue to keep pushing and continue to keep fighting. So I love them. I love our players. Our coaching staff loves our players. We're going to continue to fight for the University of Florida. We believe in the program. Our players believe in it, and we're going to continue to keep fighting to get those wins.
More verticality today in passing. You talk about that.
Well, I just we talked just about giving our players an opportunity to run a little bit. The thing in the pass game, if you always want to try to design pass plays, whether they're two high beaters or top down level beaters or progression reads, okay. But it's all dictated. What shot you're going to be able to take is going to be dictated by what kind of defense that they're playing in the back end. So, are there times that you wish you could take the ball deeper? Absolutely, but they might be playing a zone thirds. Are there times that you could throw the ball with a runner? Well, sometimes they're playing zone or man. So it's the defense dictates where you're throwing the ball, but offensively, we try to have those answers based on the coverages that we're given. Yes, sir.
Two more. DJ show you to kind of put the ball in his hands as a runner more?
Absolutely. I think I talked a little bit earlier about that. We've never been afraid of it. He's always been a willing runner. And anytime you got a willing runner, I think that opens up. What it does is it opens up and makes the defense defend you a little bit. So, when you can spread it out a little bit and they're going to play a 4-man box or a 5-man box and you have an extra hat, he becomes the runner. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's plenty fast. And again, the only thing that matters is if you're a willing runner. If you're a willing runner, then you'll be productive in the run game as a quarterback.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Go Gators.
All right, guys, joined by Tyreek Sapp. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get you a mic.
No, I'm sure, thinking about just the result of this game, but could you take us through your perspective of what Coach Gonzalez took over and how that kind of impacted you guys as you were going into this game, kind of the motivator that he's been for you guys?
I feel like Coach just pushed us. He just told us, like, it's a lot more football to play. We got a lot of things to look forward to. And no matter what situation we're in, nothing's going to stop for us just because we got our head coach fired or whatever the case may be. Nothing doesn't stop. So it's either we get up off the ground and we keep going and we keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, or we back down or lay down. And I don't think we got any lay down in anybody on this team. So that was just the main focus.
Tyreek, talk about just after the bye week and everything that happened, just what was the motivation for the defense to come out and really play a pretty good game. I mean, just what did you guys talk about through the change as you prepared for Georgia?
Don't get complacent. Don't get tired of doing the little things right, because it can become easy when you start to get a little praise or you start to get a little notoriety, or people start to notice you. You start to back off on certain things, and so just kept being accountable to each other and showing up every day and letting each other know that no matter what goes on, no matter if this helicopter crashes, we still gonna respond and be there for each other. And that was just the main thing, of just showing up every day and working, because we still got a lot of things to work for and to work towards. So it was obviously it's some things that can affect you, but we just obviously being leaders on this defense, having leaders, we just told ourselves, don't get complacent, keep pushing, keep fighting, and keep scratching and clawing for those extra inches, because it counts.
So many close calls in the last 4 years, but this one, how does this one rate as far as the pain of losing it?
It stings. It stings. It hurts. It hurts bad. Knowing this is my last time I'll ever get to play in this game in this stadium with my brothers, it hurts bad. It hurts a lot. And, I try to do my best to lay it all on the line, and I make as many plays as possible. Just do the best I can for my brothers. That's why I tell them I'm gonna get them all I got, and I'm gonna do the best I can for you to put us in position to be victorious. And we came up short tonight, and we're gonna chalk it up and talk about it, and then we're gonna put it behind us. But it hurts a lot. It does.
This defense has obviously played tremendously hard all season long, but fourth quarter stops and stuff, is that kind of the next step for you guys? Because 2017 and they go 82 yards.
Yeah. This that was a long last drive, but obviously we know we got those things correct. We're gonna obviously go in and look at the film and try to get those things corrected. Obviously not try to get those things corrected, get those things corrected, and then just going on to the next, kind of try to put this thing to bed and put it behind us. But yeah, it hurts. It's gonna hurt for the night for sure.
I mean, you mentioned hurt. Just can you bring us through what you guys talked about after the game, like the emotions of the locker room? I mean, how is Gonzalez as a messenger too?
The main thing, especially for us as a team, coach just told us stay together. Don't splinter away from each other, because no matter what, we the only ones that can get each other through these moments. Not the coaches, not anybody else on the outside. We as a team, the players. So he just told us just to do that, and then we're just gonna keep working. We're gonna keep chopping wood. We're gonna keep waking up every day. Obviously the sun's gonna come up tomorrow. We're gonna wake up. We're gonna get out of bed. We're gonna hit that facility, watch that film, and get back to work. So and that's our job. That's our duty. And no matter what goes on in this world, it's not gonna stop for us. Nothing's gonna stop. So we can't sit around looking for sympathy from anybody. We just gotta go about it, put our head down, working, and get back to it.
How have you built mentally too, just this year, your personal journey? I mean, you obviously have aspirations of playing after this year. What has this year meant to you?
It's meant a lot. Obviously not everything that I wanted, but a lot of times in life you don't get exactly what you want. I don't have that choice to choose that, but I do have a choice to wake up every day and to get after it and give my brothers everything I got, because I owe it to them. I do.
What do you feel about the way you guys defended Gunner tonight, and you guys sacked him twice? Picked him off for only the second time this season, but he made some plays too in the game.
Yeah, he's obviously a great quarterback, dude. He can read coverages. He got a good head on his shoulders. He can sling it through. Has a good arm. Kind of contain him. Try to contain his legs, because he is a dual threat. He is a dual threat quarterback. He can't hurt you with his legs. Did that as best as we can, and just try to limit him in the pass game. Get as much pressure on him. Get him off the spot. Just play the game. Play the game. Play the game. Fill it out. Fill them out, obviously, get our cleats in the ground, get set, and just play ball. So that was kind of the plan, of just attacking them. It wasn't nothing spectacular, nothing special. It's what you would do with any quarterback. You got to get at them. You got to get pressure on them, get them off the spot, make them force them to throw bad balls.
Tyreek, what's it say about this group of guys that you pushed Georgia? I know you want to win, but you pushed them right to the brink, and that hadn't happened in a while with the Gators.
I think it says that because a lot of teams and a lot of times you can go into a game like this, in a situation like this, and not play to win. So we weren't playing to compete with these guys. Like I don't see them. I don't see this team as being inferior to them. I don't even see them being better than us. But we go out to win. We don't just go out there to play to compete. It's not like that. And we're gonna go out there and show you too. You're gonna have to it's gonna be a wake up call when you play us. It's not just going to be one of those games where you just roll your helmet out on the field just because your team logo is on the side of that helmet, you're going to win. And we don't even think that of ourselves. So we reality check ourselves all the time and let each other know. Just because your helmet got that Gator logo on there and it's a rich history and it's a whole lot of tradition to it, you still have to go out there and play and get it done. And that's the simple part about it. The simple fact doesn't matter.
I see obviously you're wearing the Play for the Patch shirt too. I mean, what does that message just mean for you in your career as a Gator?
Obviously, play for the patch, play for the logo on the front, and then honor the name on the back, and that's all it is. And we just owe it to each other to play for that Gator logo, play for that Gator brand. And it's obviously people that came before us that have laid a foundation and a tradition and laid a legacy and laid a standard for us. And so we just do our best. We do our best. We give everything we got to honor that. And whatever it takes, we'll do that to honor that. And that's the last thing on our mind, to kind of let that down and let people down who have played here, who have wore this uniform, to let them down and put out something that is not adequate and that shows that doesn't show that we care. So we do care about that, and we do care, and it's more so the patch, the name on the back, and then we just play for the guys next to us, my brothers. Like, that's who plays next to me.
Any more guys? All right, appreciate it, Zach.
All
We'll
right.
have DJ here in a second. Hi guys, joined by DJ Lagler. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get you a mic.
Yeah, DJ, just how'd you feel about your performance tonight and just the offense with Ryan calling plays?
Yeah, it was not good enough. We didn't execute when we needed to execute. We gotta continue to perfect some things and get better at some things.
Would you feel like you did well, and what were some things about your performance that you weren't happy with?
Yeah, I moved around a little bit better than I have in the past. My legs are starting to get back under me. Starting to feel like myself again. And every single day I'm continuing to get better, and that's the plus side. But I missed some throws. Could have hit J Mike on a better throw right there. Throwing it off one leg, should have put a little more on it. But just not making the timely throws.
What'd you see on that play, DJ? Where did you see Michael come open late?
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of came up in late. He was like the fourth progression on that. I was still going through my progression. I was out of the pocket. And then right when I kind of popped up and looked up, I seen him, and I was already on my left foot. I just tried to get it out to him, and I should have put a little more on it, but yeah.
We'll go to Kevin right here, bro.
Yeah, the 4th and 1 play, was that kind of a read there, and you just kind of gave it to DJ and he went to the line, and just how critical was that play as well between that and Sturdivant in terms of the fourth quarter? It seemed like it was kind of a game of inches in that regard.
Can you say it again? I'm sorry.
The 4th and 1 play, the short yardage play, was that kind of a read there? Could you have kept it, or was it just a straight handoff to Jaden? And just how tough was that as well between that and the Sturdivant? You guys coming up short on both those plays?
It was just a straight handoff. Try to affect the defender with my effort. So yeah.
And DJ, obviously a lot of upheaval and a lot of change going on within this program. From your perspective, what sort of role have you been taking on inside of the locker room to make sure that this is a smooth transition into whatever the regime becomes after this?
Yeah, for sure. What I preach to my guys is every day we got to continue to work and get better. It's us against the world. It's all about us. We got to keep the team together, and that's kind of what I preach, and that's what I'm going to continue to preach.
You're without Vernell and Aiden, and you lose Dallas midway through the game.
Yeah.
How hard is that on your end? And also kind of talk about Trey's performance today and him having kind of a big night for you guys.
Yeah, it's something about our receiver. We got all types of guys, man. A lot of guys stepped up tonight. I'm proud of those guys. But I hate, it's always hard not to have those athletes out there with you on the field. But a lot of guys stepped up tonight, man. I'm proud of a lot of guys, but we got to continue to get better and continue to work, and we will.
Trey specifically.
What about him?
Just
talk about him.
Yeah, his performance specifically.
Yeah, man, he's a baller, man. I already knew this, man. I was, so it's always great to get the ball in. We call him Yak, man. Get the ball in his hands, let him do his thing. So yeah, he had a great night. I'm proud of him.
What just in terms of just the way you guys kind of responded. I mean, you've been asked a little bit, but what do you think it says about this group of players? And because obviously, there's a future here with this a lot of guys on this team and what you're going to bring to this program going forward.
Yeah, man, we just every single day we're gonna give it all. We're gonna continue to fight our butts off every single game, you know, and that I can promise y'all that, you know, the guys that we're gonna step on the field, we're gonna give it all for each other. We're gonna play for each other each and every night.
I mean, you mentioned getting your legs under you. Can you sort of bring us through just battling lower body injuries and then eventually coming into today and feeling confident?
Yeah, you know, I feel like just with a lot of the training things, you know, just trying to get my body back right. You know, I feel like I'm in a good spot, you know, and it's just taking it day by day, you know, continue to do the right things on my end routine-wise and continue to eat the right things and continue to take care of my body is the main thing. So, yeah.
A lot more verticality in the passing game today. Is some of that because you're healthier? Talk about that, please.
Say it again, please. I'm sorry.
More verticality in the passing game. Is some of that because you're healthier and able to make throws that you haven't been able to in the past?
Yeah, no, my shoulder's been feeling great. You know, I feel like teams have been playing us differently. You know, I say Georgia, they kind of have the same type of similar style as our defense. You know, they came from that same type of branch. So, you know, they kind of play. They want to stop the run with too high, so they'll try to give you a little bit deeper stuff. So, I feel like, you know, when we took advantage of them, we got on top of them.
DJ, 4 games left in the season. I don't know if it's the furthest thing from your mind, but getting to a bowl game at this point, where is that in the priority stakes at this point?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, getting to a bowl game is everything right now, you know. But most importantly, just taking it one day at a time, continue to getting better, man, and just focusing on our process and focusing on our development.
Last question right here.
You mentioned teams playing you guys differently on defense, attacking more of the run. Why do you think that is?
Say it again.
Just why do you think that defenses have been playing you differently this year?
They watch film, you know, and they figure out things, and we got to make adjustments, and I feel like we have. We just got to execute better.
Appreciate it, DJ.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Go
That's all
Gators.
for tonight.